Это стрим наш, который никто не смотрит. Никите привет, если зашел. Который никто не смотрит. Так, проверь звук. Никите привет, если зашел. Который никто не смотрит. Так, проверь звук. Всё работает. Привет, если... Что ж, шестой день моего похождения в этой игре.
Charles the Fourth.
Так, продолжить. Все ли показывает, все ли нормально? Все нормально, да. Так, на чем я там остановился? Короче, опять заниматься расследованиями надо. Спрашивать всякую хрень о вербовщиках. Шо ж, отправляемся. Отправляюсь быстрым путешествием. Кто там зашел, бля? Кто не зашел, то я сижу на стриме. Я тут один. О, нет. Платва, ты где? Так, надо пойти в корчму, наверное, сначала поспать. С корчмы начну всех расспрашивать о вербовщиках. Так, тут где-то был мост. Че, все сожрали?
Jesus, look where you're going.
Hey,
Good help
Henry's
to
come to
you,
see
Henry.
us.
What
is it?
Так, почему я войти не могу?
Hey, look out!
А, это не корчма.
What the hell are you doing?
Вот здесь вход в корчму. Или нет? Что я не понял?
Good day, Henry.
Пожару у них тут. И посплю. Дела лучше делать утром. Так, теперь пойду допрашивать. Кого там допросить надо? Хозяина карчмы надо спросить. А он вот тут вот у нас стоит. Здорово, кочмарь.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I'm looking for some people you might know something about.
If they come here to drink, maybe. But I won't aid you in any mischief.
I've heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped in to eat or drink, or to arrange something?
There were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion, I went and complained, and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that lot. I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
Don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
А где эти забияки
You happen to
сейчас?
know where the brawlers you complained about moved on to?
I've not got the slightest inkling. I'm just glad all the shouting stopped. It scared the horses in the stables.
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels in town?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon. They say he's rich with coin, and it's not from the mill. But that's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Anyone else?
Aye, there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
Все.
Thank you, innkeeper.
Not at all. Would you like something to eat?
Я не хочу есть и пить. Я уже пожрал, попил,
As you wish.
поспал на халяву. Так, идем дальше опрашивать. Дальше пойду опрашивать город. Это какой-то детектив, а не игра. Где там был мост? Да что ж ты будешь делать-то? Застревает еще. Че я туплю? Можно легче вот так вот сделать? Да я не понял, как я здесь оказался. Что-то я вообще не туда побежал. Так вот легче сделать. На Б сначала пойду. Или на А. На кто тут у нас? Ридхарш.
God be with you.
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was Lord Radzig who sent me. He'd heard word that some unsavoury characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon, but what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian. And he's got no dog in this fight either.
Пан Себастьян?
Sir Sebastian? Who's that?
Кто это?
Sebastian Baron von Berg. He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest in the land.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here, and I should be more vigilant. The goal of the man.
Слышал, здесь
I heard
нанимают
some reports
головорезов.
of a meeting in Sasau. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining, but I pay no heed to him.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry, which is where, well, some youngsters go there to wrestle.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchpoles go by there from time to keep an eye on things.
You have an inn and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy matter.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No, it's been quiet here lately.
Успех.
But now that I think about it, I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get the job, they move on.
Ты слышал
Have you
что-нибудь
heard any
о
talk of
чужаках?
strangers in the town? Maybe people acting oddly?
Nothing worth mentioning. Sure, there's been some talk about the miller. Folks saying they've been seeing him doing this or that, or people visiting him at night, but he's never done anything. He's a decent enough man for a miller.
I'll try asking him if he's heard anything.
He lives on the other side of the river, by the bogs. But don't go getting your hopes up. He might not be able to help.
Thank you, Bailiff.
Как он его назвал? Белев? Это же Ридхарш. Это же Ридхарш. Живодера теперь спросим о вербовщиках. Все со мной здороваются. Сколько у меня в этом городе репутации. За 85 репутации. Да, вот все и здороваются. Что там у меня за науки? Починка. Чтение. Починка. Надо бы выучить такой скиллок. Так, общий. Первую помощь, наверное, качаю. На 3 было. Так, сила тут есть. Так, я хочу носить больше лута. Так, и живучесть. Ну, вот это хочу. Прикольный скилл. Еще берсерк. Берсерк тоже прикольно. Но нету больше скилл-поинтов. Можешь, да, здесь залезть? Так, на Б тут кто у нас? Корчмарь. Вот он сидит. Корчмарь. Надо его расспросить.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Ты не видел что-нибудь подозрительное? Кто-нибудь ищет наемников?
Anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
And what happened to them?
I
Что
don't
с ними
know, they
случилось?
just stopped coming, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of them since.
You haven't heard anything about where they went?
How could I have? They just stopped coming, and that's that.
Where do you think they
Где они
might be
теперь
meeting now?
встречаются?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man at arms. They could be meeting at another inn. They could be meeting in the woods by the light of the moon, for all I know.
Понятненько.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Как мне их узнать?
Unquenchable thirst. They drank like fish. They were rough-looking too, big-bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
Короче, какие-то бухари.
So they were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough. He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
Why, the young miller. He runs Capsic Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
Понятненько.
You don't know
Менее
where I
достойные
might
люди?
find some more dishonourable folk.
And why would you want them? You'll set tongues wagging about you.
but they'd be the ones to know what reputable townsfolk don't.
I grant you that. Well, we don't have an executioner, just a knacker. But he's an odd fellow. Like any knacker, I suppose. And there's some strange tales about Miller Simon, too. But I'd say it's just jealousy.
Что, еще вопрос?
What can you tell me about the knacker?
Ты знаешь, что
Folk
за
don't talk
живодёры?
about him. He deals in carcasses.
I was hoping you'd tell me a bit more than that.
Why should I care about him? He lives in a house by the church, and that's all I know. And all I'll say.
Ты о
What
Симоне
can you
что
tell me
знаешь?
about Simon?
There's not much to tell. He runs Katzig Mill, and some say thieves meet there at night. But isn't there gossip about every miller? I don't think he's a sinner. But only God knows for sure.
Anything else?
You might not find him at the mill. He's a busy man, always out and about making some deal or other. And he likes to throw dice, especially when he sees a fat purse hanging on a drunken belly.
Понятненько.
Thank you for the help.
Спасибо за помощь.
Why off so soon? Sit down for a tankard. or a
Да
bite
не
to eat.
хочу я пить и кушать. Отстань от меня. Заманить хотят эти корчмари. Так, теперь к живодеру. Ой, я не туда бегу. На Д надо. Интересно, что-нибудь так качается? Так, ты живодер, могильщик.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackery.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
И что-нибудь подозрительное происходит?
Candles are being stolen from the church. As brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch being slaughtered.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No, I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called me to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon, but as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Угу. Какую-то собаку
Thank you.
порубили.
I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death, or the cesspit's full.
Hey! God almighty!
Не ори ты так. Что ты орешь? Так, теперь к кожевнику. Потому что он ближе. Поеду на лошади. Иди сюда. Так, куда там на А? Надо ехать. Да, на А. Давай, ускоряйся, плотва. В кусты врезалась. Да что ж ты, куда ты? Блять. Все перепрыгнуло. Все, застрял. Заебись. И не слезть.
How are you,
Так,
Henry?
кожевник, ты где?
Are you sick? What are you doing here?
Так, мне к сазавскому кожевнику надо или просто
I'd be
кожевнику?
with you.
Tanner, I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when I went to tell them to take it elsewhere, they nearly beat me to a pulp.
When are they there?
Nearly every evening. Every god-forsaken evening. Shouting and bellowing there till nightfall. And then they leave. Probably to get drunk.
How many
Сколько
of them
их
there?
там?
How would I know? They make as much noise as a herd of wild boar in rutting season.
And did they all attack you?
Aye. They knocked the stuffing right out of me.
And nobody does a thing about it?
I've been to the bailiff, but he couldn't give a rat's arse. There's no commotion under his window, so what does he care?
That's quite a bailiff you've got.
A scarecrow would keep better order.
Давай я с ними разберусь.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several of them and just one of you.
Perhaps we'll be able to settle things peacefully.
Maybe. They might think twice before kicking your arse.
Perhaps I can reason with them. It doesn't have to come to blows.
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll get your reward. Don't worry.
Да, я договорюсь с ними. Всё. Они прям тут сейчас, за домом кожевника. Где они? Где твой дом-то? Так, а за каким они домом сидят? Чё лаешь? Где они именно-то? Или они ночью приходят?
Greetings, Henry.
You've been having trouble with some riffraff?
With a bit of luck, they might leave on their own.
I can't wait. They've been making such a commotion, it's a wonder the piss stays in the pot.
Так где они? Они ночью приходят или что? Ребята, вы где? Ну где они? Или надо ночью подождать, чтобы они появились? Видимо, надо ночью подождать. Подожду ночь. Там. Эти шумят.
Welcome, Henry.
Походу вот эти вот. Тут никого нет. Да, походу вот эти вот шумят.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Этот меня даже знает.
The tanner sent me. He says you've been causing a commotion at night, and I thought I might convince you to stop.
Ha! So all his whining finally found a friendly ear, did it? Let me tell you something first, whelp. I'm the bailiff's man, and we're not doing anything wrong here. Old Lederman's only been whining like that since he lost a bit of silver. Didn't bother him before that.
Да ты охренел так со мной разговаривать?
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you the same. It's God's honest truth.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be, or get down to business.
Если приступить к делу, то на меня все нападут, да?
What do you mean, get down to business?
Well, you may think you're pretty tough, and if you give us all a thrashing, we might think it over. But then again, we're no strangers to a hard fight.
If I break your arm, then you won't be coming here for a while, will you?
But I'm a fair fellow, so I'll make you an offer. If you enter our tournament and win, which means beating us all, then we'll go elsewhere. If you don't win,
Да я вас всех выиграю.
have to leave. That's not so bad, is it?
Пойдет.
If
Что
I
надо
wanted to
делать?
join in, what would I have to do?
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed. He's that not too dangerous looking fella there. But some nights, he gets a good rest and he's got God on his side. Then you can try one of those three. Doesn't matter which. And if you whip all three, you can test your mettle against me. Fair enough?
So the last match is with you?
That's right. They say a bout with me is no joke. Just bad humors.
Да ладно. Давай драться.
What did I tell you? First beat Weed and those three clowns. And then I'll have time for you. Got it?
Давай, отлуплю твоего сорняка. Где твой сорняк? Вот это сорняк. Ну давай.
God be with you.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Давай. Дерись, сучка. Где ты? Все оглушил. Конечно же, пизжу у него гроши. Топорик можно взять. Так, следующий идешь. Кто там следующий? Давай драться, пень.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Давай драться.
That wasn't bad, but now we'll take it up a notch.
Давай, я не боюсь сложностей. На тебе с колена. Все, тупо пал. Без шансов. Гроши, конечно же. Что тут еще у него есть? Топорик заберу. Грибы мне не нужны. Шо, кто там следующий? Чё, где остальные-то? Что-то, походу, надо выкинуть. Пары эти ворованные. И чё, мне ждать, что ли? Ой, surrender.
You were seen stealing. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Заплачу 60.
All right, here you are. You've paid for your crimes. I hope you've learned your lesson. And since I trust you as much as I trust, well, a thief, I'll just search you to be on the safe side. Better hand over the loot now.
Yeah. Пень, давай драться. Короче, не надо у них воровать. Что тут меня кто-то спалил. Тупо без шансов. Ладно, воровать у них не буду. Ну чё они все убежали-то? Взяли, убежали все, главное. Что, зассали? И все, больше никого нет, блин. Что там, я сытый? Не сытый. Что, мне опять до вечера? И опять до следующего вечера ждать, что ли? Где-нибудь поспать-то можно? Да, нигде тут не поспишь.
What are you doing here?
Да, тут тоже не поспишь. Да дай ты пройти. Да не ори, да, собака. Походу надо в карчму уйти теперь. Надо идти в карчму, короче, поспать. До 12 опять. Хотя мне кажется, я до 12 не смогу поспать. Что энергии так все. Так, где тут корчма-то? Это справа. Я с факелом, все нормально. Корчмаря нету, да? Там спит, походу, да? Да дай ты пройти теперь, а. Ну ладно, подожду до утра. Как всегда в этой игре надо ждать, ждать, ждать. Что там? Прошло время?
God be with you.
А у него тут и не поспать. Блин. Тут дурацкая корчма. Ну, здесь нормальная. Ладно, короче, сделаю так. Наверное, мне хватит энергии побить их всех. Ладно, слезу. Ладно, жду опять до ночи. Да, идиотский квест, блин. Почему они пропадают? Я быстренько бы всех победил бы, да и все. Ой, ё-моё.
Sure, damn, I'm tired.
I want to fight you.
What did I tell you? First beat wheat and those three clowns.
I want to fight you.
Ой, нажал опять. Я отлупил сорняка. Сорняка я отлупил. Простого отлупил, пень отлупил. Теперь жерть надо отлупить.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Давай драться.
You look pretty good. But I'm betting it was just luck.
Все, тупо пал. Следующий. Я спать хочу, так что давай быстрее.
I want to fight you.
What did I tell you? First beat wheat and those...
Сорняка же я отлупил. Багованный квест, а? Боже мой.
God be with you.
Let's do it.
What the hell?
Kunda!
Теперь простой давай.
God be with you.
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad.
Так, установи силы. Ну, победила я всех уже. Меня еще отпинать. Давай отпинаю.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Let's fight.
Again? Fuck.
Ну что, все, я всех отпинал. Давай.
I want to fight you.
You put on quite a show.
Ну, кулаках-то я хорошо дерусь. Давай. Стенки тупо тебя зажал и все. Живучий козел. Сейчас я восстановлюсь. На тебе. Получай, козел. Живучий какой-то. Да сколько тебя надо ударить-то раз по роже-то, чтобы ты сдох-то, а? Че, все? Получил?
Stop that! Christ, a thief! God!
Кто стража? Теперь надо идти спать. Там поговорить надо с мельником. Чё ты? Дохлый еще? Давай, очухивайся скорее.
Who's there? Hey, what?
Очухался.
That was pretty good. I didn't think you had it in you.
You were really good. I've got to hand it to you. Most lads don't make it past me. So listen, I want to tell you something.
Что еще делал?
There are people here looking for really tough men, and I'd say you fit the bill. So when you walk through town this evening, if there's a light in the church, go in and wait a while. If they like the looks of you, they might give you some work.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Так, стоп, мы не договорились с собой. Деритесь где-нибудь еще.
Look here, lads. I hope I won't be seeing you around here again. Go and find some other place for your games.
All right. We'll go. But if you want to fight again, you're always welcome.
Да, конечно, я у всех побежу. Всех побежу. Я не воровал. Какие стражи? Почему появились эти монетки? Да, надо еще кожевнику рассказать. Кожевник. Просыпайся. Кожевник. Я сейчас усну. Что если совсем энергия закончится, интересно? Я ачивку какую-то получил, страдающую бессонницей.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Jesus, look what... I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I've taken care of the lads who were bothering you. You'll have a quiet evening tonight.
God bless you, lad.
Я
And
разобрался
here's
с ними,
something for
да.
your trouble and kindness. Unlike that miserable bailiff.
If anything else grieves you, just say the word.
95 грошей всего. Да не ори ты, собака.
My word. Oh, good God.
Надо идти спать. Не засыпай. Мы почти добежали до корчмы. Жиранул.
God save you, Henry.
Теперь спать. Десять часов. Спать теперь. Игра сохранена, это хорошо. Так, еще тут у вас что-нибудь сожру. Спасибо за еду. Так, на место встречи вербовщиков надо. Так, а где они тут встречаются? У церкви? Или в церкви? Или что это такое? Замок какой-то. Где тут вход-то? Икону можно использовать.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Что это за звук был такой?
I hear you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like? People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
Мне сказал кулак.
Bailiff's man told me about you. The one who runs the fight club in the quarry.
Did he now? Well, I hope you trounced him. Bastard took my money at dice.
Да, я его сгрел.
Give him a proper hiding, just to show you I'm serious.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have
Toшу?
to kill Pius.
Who's Pius? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
Так, где мне его найти?
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then
Тогда
why haven't you
рассказывай.
killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Oh, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
А других
Do you have
испытаний
any
нет?
other test?
We're not hiring stable boys. We want men who are prepared to do anything. And this is the toughest task we've got.
So how many men have you already sent?
Just a handful.
And what happened to them? Did they hang?
Just the first one. The others turned tail. Guess they didn't have the stomach for it.
Понятно, короче, засали все. Как мне
How am I
попасть в
supposed to get into
монастырь?
the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of St. Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
Окей.
How would I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk?
Окей.
In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there than in the royal cellars. And I doubt he suddenly stopped drinking.
Я это сделал, давай
So I've got to
обсудим
kill
план.
Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No, no. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright?
Ой, какие они пафосные все. Бомжонки. Ключик какой-то дали. Так, куда теперь идти? Говорить с юношей, который собирается. И можно рассказать пану Рацку об условии разбойников. Но я, наверное, расскажу все пану Рацку. Сначала. Что он скажет? Посмотрим. Убивать-то я никого не хочу. То походу придется. Так, сейчас расскажу все. Надо только его найти. Так, вот сюда бежать надо. Закрыто, как всегда.
You can't just walk around in the dark. You have to have a light. It's the law.
Есть у меня факел. Так, где пан Рацик? Да Ян тут спит всегда. Вот Рацик наверху, короче. Да давай вставай.
Why are you waking me? Go away.
Ай, блядские уроды, а. Не хотят еще говорить, когда спят. Приходится перематывать время, потом их искать, бегать, где они там шарятся. Конечно же, он свалил. Куда свалил, непонятно. В замке. Я еще не бывал. Всегда открыто. Ну где он? Наверху где-то? На втором этаже. Ты что так смотришь тут? Видишь? Вот он. Стоямба.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre
Все непросто.
is getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the whoresons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
Да, надо посмотреть. Что мне делать со святошей, когда я его найду?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rattay. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities.
It seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial.
Блин, монахи, теперь еще идти надо. Окей, понятно все. Лучше бы я к нему и не приходил. Ничего он такого путного-то и не дал мне. Ничего он путного-то мне и не сказал. Не посоветовал, не помог. Можно было сразу выполнять эти квесты. Интересно, какие-нибудь DLC вышли? Топ-контент. Ничего не. Патчи-то были вообще? Не было. Наверное, пошел я в корчму искать этого пацана. Но сначала надо поесть и поспать. Документы в Ульдерах. Так.
Right away.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Ты хочешь отправиться в монастырь?
What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
Я не хочу драться.
Calm down. I don't want any trouble.
Then get lost.
Да ты охренел.
Bottoms up.
Ну ладно, давай подеремся.
What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
That's right. Let's go.
Чё, прям тут? Получил. Давай, вставай.
What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
Calm down.
Это походу не тот, кого я... Походу не тот, кого я ищу.
What?
You won't celebrate my final hour.
You're carrying on as if you're dying.
I might as well be. I'll be buried alive among those monks.
Pull me one.
Drinks for everyone with a heart in their body. To my imminent demise!
Так, как там чувака-то с юношей, который собирается в монастырь? Ну вот этот, наверное. Это ж юноша.
My respects to you.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
А, Карл, наверное. Карл.
A tankard here. What else to you, sir?
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
Не Карл. А ты Карл?
Good day to you.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
Ты Карл?
Good day to you.
Ты
You
Карл?
wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
What would I give?
Да вот Карл сидит. Господи, боже мой.
God be with you.
Are you Carl by any chance?
Зачем спрашивать, если подписан?
Why do you ask?
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel. So instead, I'm devoting those days to the demon drink. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Henry.
Hi.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
Right here.
Good neighbors.
Here.
All the best.
Enjoy it.
Давай поговорим
We speak
наедине.
in private. I have some issues with the monastery.
Really? Well, I'd love to talk about it, but we won't have privacy as long as Manfred here has his head permanently stuck up my arse. Get rid of him for me, please.
God be with you.
I'm looking for the workshop of Master Engraver.
It's in the monastery courtyard. You'll find him there.
Так вот, да?
You're Manfred, the young lord's guardian?
Indeed I am. Why?
Что бы выбрать, что бы выбрать?
Would you let us have a word in private for a moment?
I would not. If I put my guard down for a second, he'll be gone. I have to keep my eye on him.
Пойдем.
I've been looking for you two for quite some time. I've been sent by the young lord's father with a message intended only for him.
So, I'm just to take you at your word.
Не то выбрал я, надо вот это вот.
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with him for days, just watching him get drunk, and not having a sip yourself.
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses in the slightest, that rogue will surely get up to mischief.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him. Like you said, you deserve some fun.
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have to drink? And while we're at it, why not have a little game?
Да, давай сыграем. 3000 надо набрать.
God save you, Henry.
Пятерка, однерка. Однерочка. Однерочка. Две однерочки. Набор очков и передача хода.
This'll be the one. That's it. I don't believe it.
Че, он 0 набрал? Как так? Так, у меня есть это и это. 300 очков.
This'll be the one. That's it.
Че, у меня сгорели все очки, что ли? Не понял.
I shouldn't have pushed it.
Когда неудача, все очки сгорают?
This'll be the one.
Да, когда неудача, походу, все очки сгорают.
God's holy hat.
Опять неудача. Неудача.
That's it. God's holy hat.
Это лох.
Your turn.
А, вот так вот, да, сделал? Стал тоже набирать очки. Так, чуть-чуть осталось набрать. 900 очков.
Finished.
А у меня вообще отлично выпало. 400 очков иди.
We'll see. Your turn.
100 очков осталось. Повезет мне? Не повезло.
Your turn.
Хрена, 2600 сразу набрал. Ты не охренел ли? Блин, неудача. Как он 2600 набрал? 4 однерки 2600 сразу? Ой, точнее, сколько там очков получилось? Охренища у него выпало.
I've only got 2 hands.
I shouldn't have pushed it.
Сразу неудача. Блять, неудача.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I didn't.
Он меня догнал, козел. Блять, неудача. Что неудачи-то пошли какие-то?
That's it.
Победить решил? 600, 800. Ёб твою мать. Сейчас выиграет.
Should I? Shouldn't I?
Right.
No.
I'd like something to eat.
You must have a mighty...
There's no...
So let's drink.
I can see...
Что, опять играть? Его надо обыграть, блин. О. Буду потихонечку его, короче, вот так вот.
We'll see.
Хуярить и выиграю.
Now you.
Тик, тик, тик. Тик.
That's it. Oh no.
Неудачник. Тик, тик. Тик. Еще бросить. О. Тик, тик. Ах ты, сука.
No point in pushing it.
Тик, тик, тик. Так. Ну, рискну, еще раз брошу. И, блядь, неудача. Сука.
No point in
1000 опять. Ёб твою мать. Ну ты охренел, чувак, а? О, идеально, по-моему.
No point in pushing it.
Сосал? Брошу еще раз. Ладно, рисковать больше не буду.
That's it.
Да, блядь, ну ты так. Ты читер какой-то, бля.
There's something I'd like to talk about.
As you wish.
Let's have a drink.
A man after my own heart. The drink's on me. And will my guardian angel here join us in imbibing? No, he will not. Perish the thought. My dear, dear lad, what a cross I have to bear. You know, after the tavern, we should pay a visit to some whores. But
As you wish.
Manfred won't let me. Get rid of him.
Блин, надо его обыграть, походу, чтобы избавиться от него.
You must have a mighty thirst.
There's no...
So let's...
I can...
Попробую еще раз его выиграть. Этого читера долбаного. Ну что за загрузка-то? Мы ж просто в кости играли. Ну чё? Игра, ты чё? С ума сошла? Игра ебанулась. Блять, ну что такое-то? Тупо повисло и все. Офигительно. И задачу, короче. Ну что за бред-то, а? Где у меня там последнее сохранение? Офигительно. Офигительно. Просто зависло и все. Теперь игра тупо не запускает. Обнова какая-то, что ли? Обновляется, что ли? Это интересно. Так, все. Обновилось. Что там за СМС?
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his
Так. И где же я сохранился? Панорацик, наверное, да? А, нет, тут сохранился. Охренительно. Ну ладно, к Панорацку нет смысла бежать. Это я понял. Можно сразу бежать к корчму. Опять с этим чуваком играть в кости, блин. Карл. Мне нужен Карл. Почему закрыто-то?
What? How are you? Are you serious? Hey, watch it! I'll remember you.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
А их нету тут. Ладно, посплю. Не могу больше 4 часов. Ну хоть тут есть. Жирану тут. У них жрать тут. Все сожрали. Ладно, просто тупо постою, подожду. Утром-то они точно будут.
toward you.
Так, вот они.
Good health to you.
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. What?
I've heard that you're bound for the
Yes.
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
Я вот так вот
I
не
would give you your weight in gold, if I had any. But Manfred there, my guardian angel and caretaker, has all the coin, and he never takes so much as a single step away from me. If you help me get rid of him...
He's been listening to us the entire time.
So what? Listen, friend, let's raise a glass. Manfred here's a sleepy old goat. We can talk. Please, get rid of him.
Понятно, короче, в любом случае надо избавиться от него.
I'm honored that
You're Manfred, the...
Indeed I am.
Would you let us have a word?
I would not.
You must have a...
There.
So let's drink.
I can see...
Короче, как ни крути, с ним надо в кости играть, эти ёбаные. Так. Перекинуть. Раз перекинуть. Неудача.
How about a bit of grub?
That's it.
Ого, сколько он сразу
No
набрал.
point in pushing it.
750. Вот так пока, потихонечку.
This'll be the one. That's
За
it.
однерочки 100 получаешь, а за пятерочки 50, да?
That's all.
За пятерочки 50, да?
A tankard of ale for me.
Ну, блять, охренеть у него. Выпало. Повезет ли мне? Повезло.
We'll see.
Ты охуел?
That's all.
Ну, сейчас он меня выиграет.
That's it. I don't believe it.
Три пятерки.
tankard of ale for me.
Ну сейчас он выиграет, изи, короче. 300 очков-то набрать. Вернее.
That's it. No luck tonight.
Here we are.
Все, я выиграл. Ну и чё?
I've been looking for you two for quite some time.
One ale
So-
over here, please.
I'm looking for...
It's in the
То есть никак от него не избавиться.
Here. Enjoy it.
Так, короче, надо поспать. Чтобы игра сохранилась. Я его попробую перерубить тупо.
Are you staring at me?
А чё, он тупо сам ушел? Бля, заебись.
Manfred's taken care of, just as you wanted.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second.
Что
He
за
itches
бред?
to get me in the monastery so he can head back home.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone who'd want to
Да,
spend the rest
хочу.
of his days on his knees praying. Well, that's your problem. You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirming they know who you are and that they've accepted you.
So you give me your writ? I'll just tell them I'm you.
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it down when he sleeps.
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed? What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of his hand.
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could
Here,
only steal
enjoy
that
it.
old man's pouch, I'd be gone faster than lightning and no one would ever see me again.
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Почему тебя сопроводили в
Like
монастырь?
every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just say she was, indisposed for 9 months.
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do, when it's the daughter of the Lord of your feet.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bookover was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Why does your guardian never leave your side?
So I don't run away. Of course, I'm free to walk around, but he watches every step I take and won't stop until I'm behind the monastery walls.
Well, he's not watching you now.
What good is that to me when he has all the money, and even my saddle and riding cloak under lock and key?
Why don't you just run away?
Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do?
А это я уже нажимал.
If I have...
That's all then.
Так, теперь мне надо у него спереть, да, все. Где он? Куда он ушел-то? Мне теперь поспать, чтобы он появился? Что за баганный квест, а? Появился?
I'm gonna crush someone's skull.
Satisfied?
Got no ooze yet. Any volunteers?
Ну куда он пропал-то теперь, ё-моё?
What the hell are you doing?
Где этот старик долбаный?
Damn! Stop this. Jesus, hey, look where you're going. I'm dying of thirst here.
My pleasure.
How are you, Henry?
Куда этот долбанный старик-то пропал? Похитить письмо сопровождающего. Куда он пропал-то? Ну я нарушаю закон. А, он что ли наверху спит? Понятно. Сейчас украду письмо тогда. Я-то думаю, где он есть? А он наверху спит, наверное. Да? Оглушить? Все. Эй, Карл, бабосы нужны?
I've got what you need.
Excellent. Give me the purse. You can do as you like with the writ.
Here's half the purse.
Half? What about the rest?
I'm keeping it for my efforts.
Well, I can't say that seems fair to me, but...
Как это нечестно? Ну ты офигел. Я, значит, ворую тут. Сколько у меня теперь грошей? Сколько укралось? Непонятно. А куда теперь? Монастырь. Так, и куда тут теперь идти? Туда, куда-то. Вот этому черепу. Брат-прибратник.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
Он напился.
He got drunk last night and wasn't able to come with me today.
Such irresponsibility.
And you share his guilt for abandoning him. Although, of course, inebriation is a sin. Well, we'll see. Can you read and write?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
Я готов.
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance.
Так. Теперь что делать? Все вещи и имущество выложить. Да, выкладывать. Что-то не сюда, походу, я пошел. Рисованные двери. Сюда мне идти? Так, закрою дверь.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realize how much I'd grown used to it.
Да. А теперь вот я и монах.
It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Всю жизнь буду носить. Я не хочу я всю жизнь носить. Это дерьмо. Ну все, теперь я монах.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Ну вот теперь я в секте. Петь?
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum. In loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione me.
Его бесит это, как я пою.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor.
Грегор.
Welcome, brother.
Теперь меня зовут Грегор.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Leaving us, their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they don't. Did you have to finish someone's... Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
Так, теперь мне
You
святош
don't
надо.
know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Я хотел сам стать
Being here in the
монахом.
monastery is my dream come true. Being a monk is so exciting.
Well, no one's ever said that before. I'm curious if you'll still be singing the same tune in a month's time.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Let's go then.
Пойдем.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word. Discipline.
Да, я прочитаю письмо. Так, и что там? Три утра, начало дня. 3 утра, заутренне. 6 утра, совместная трапеза. 8 утра, работа в трапезной. Назначаемая братом Невласом. 12 дня, работа в библиотеке. Назначается братом библиотекарем. 4 дня днем молитвы, 6 вечера вечерняя общая трапеза. Понятно. Спать.
Peace be with you, brother. Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. What can you tell me about the novices here?
And what can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager, perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know.
Lucas.
Who's
Кто здесь
in charge of
главный?
things around here?
Oh, Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always travelling on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Well, then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, and there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot, on the other those who support Nevlas. And they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Tell me about
Скажи
John.
мне об Иоанне.
John is Cicator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's properties. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure. His faith firm, and his ideas rational.
Блин, опять
Although
куча
perhaps
вопросов
he's
тут,
too
Катя.
keen to change
Короче,
our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
куча вопросов опять, короче. Пипец.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the
Ну так
future
важно, кого
direction of
выберут.
the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privilege they haven't earned, and each side is its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right. But we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decision can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Ладно.
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You've everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
Понятно.
Listen, brother. Is there anyone in the monastery who can help me get hold of something, well, something that's not so readily available?
If you're looking to get into mischief, I'm certainly not going to help you.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrel right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
I understand.
Ладно, короче, у этого чувака я, походу, ничего не узнаю. А у других все то же самое, да? У других все то же самое.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nevlis, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Так, все то же самое.
Listen, brother, is there anyone in the monastery who can help me get hold of something... well, something that's not so readily available?
I can't help you there. Brother Salarius might.
Так. Ладно, пойду посплю. Здесь моя комната. Повязки. Я могу брать тут. Главное, лошадь могу призывать, хотя у меня все забрали. Так, а где спать-то? Отсюда выйти. Куда надо идти?
He'll still be on this earth for many years to come.
Так, где можно поспать-то? Я не понимаю. А, вот здесь. Как бомжи какие-то спят. Нашел хорошую кровать. Так, спать. Там было-то... В 3 утра, начало дня. Ну, давайте поспим. Ладно, я думаю, если сейчас игра сохранится, на этом на сегодня все. Да, игра сохранилась. Чё все спят?
What would you like?
Ладно, думаю, на этом сегодня все. Оканчиваю стрим.